Hello everyone, my name is OhMyJeeves and welcome to the Hello World Let's Play series, which can only be described as a blockbuster. It's episode 3 and today we are going to work on some dye farms, or at least that's the plan anyway, but you know how these things go. And for those of you who don't know how these things go, it usually involves me getting incredibly distracted and not doing the thing that I set out to do in the first place. So if you tuned into the last episode, you should remember that we built a squid farm. Bum. But while we built a squid farm, I don't think I actually ever told you guys why we were building a squid farm. So let me clear some stuff up. Recently, I went with Yellow, one of the other members of this server, to the end, and we got absolutely tons of shulker boxes. And I sort of was thinking to myself, and having watched a lot of Hermitcraft, that actually this would probably be a very, very good time, now that I have these shulker boxes, to upgrade my ender chest. For those of you not savvy with the idea of upgrading an ender chest, I basically mean filling shulker boxes with loads of useful stuff and then putting them all in an ender chest, carrying the ender chest around with you when you walk about, so you're basically like carrying a full inventory on you at all times. It's awesome. Anyway, I thought it would be smart that basically one of the boxes we should have in our upgraded ender chest should be a dye box, because basically it would allow us to more easily introduce a variety of colour into our builds. So rather than always building with plain glass and wishing to myself that I should have used black glass or red glass or concretes or similar stuff, you get the idea. I'm not sure any of you got the idea, because if I'm honest, I think that made very, very little sense. So in summary, dye means colour, colour means more interesting builds is good. I seem to be jumping around this room an awful lot, but you guys are just going to have to get used to it. All I've done is literally make cuts from standing here and standing over there. That's basically all I've done so far. Okay, so, as you know, building farms requires an awful lot of redstone resources. And between episodes, I've been working on my redstone boxes for the upgraded ender chest. And I want you guys to have a look at this. Look at that. Isn't that absolutely amazing? Literally, redstone box 1. We've got some building blocks to lay down our redstone builds on. We've got torches, lamps. We all know how excited I get about redstone. I'm going to save you a bit of time because I do just go on for a further 2 minutes, literally telling you everything that's in the box, which you can already see in the image. Worse than that, there's even a second box, which I do exactly the same for, which, if I time this right, you should be able to see a little brief preview of what's in it here. Honestly, I cannot describe to you guys how many resources that literally took. Like, I'm not kidding you. In making all of those resources to fill up those redstone boxes, I literally ran out of both stone and cobblestone and had to go sort of resource gathering. So to give you a general idea of how much gathering I actually had to do... Oh my god, this path is so long. Why did I not take a boat? This was... Why did I do this? This was so silly. Yeah, so I actually continued doing a little bit of the ice boat road to gather up stone and cobblestone. And, hopefully this will give you a bit of a perspective how much stone you need to create redstone components. Like, how, I mean, look, it literally goes on forever. Literally forever. Hi guys. Oh my god, I've never tried running while doing the third person view. This is actually way harder than I thought it was going to be. Oh dear. But it has to be said, it was completely worth it, because we now have 2 full shulker boxes filled with redstone stuff for us to build cool farms. While I've been gathering up all these resources and doing all this stuff I've been telling you about, I noticed that on the front of my dye box, which is this one in front of me here, there is an item frame with a book that's been placed in it. So I figured we should probably take a look now, right? Let's just pop the book out of the... Oh no, that just rotates it, my bad. If I can remember how to play Minecraft. Yeah, let's just pop the book outside of the item frame. And oldie potion book. Okay. The oldie book of potions. Brew like a witch. If this item is found, return to Yellowstone City. Oh wow, it's literally like... Is this like literally just like an instruction book for how to make all of the different potions? That's so cool. That's actually so cool. Okay, well it says, if found, return to Yellowstone City, so I suppose we should probably take that item frame and take it back to Yellowstone City. So if I can learn to fly... Oh, what? A short while later. Here we go, yeah, this is the city. Now, unless you record Minecraft videos yourself, something you might not appreciate is the amount of times that you go to talk in a third-person view and then get attacked by a mob like this. Anyway, as I was saying, this is how Yellow lives. And I want you to all look at this. Look at this amazing build behind us that he's created, and then look at this. Dude, if you're watching, just build yourself a room. We are gonna put the item frame here, put the book in it, and then put a couple of signs up. Hey man, found a book. Smile. I am an absolute idiot. This is so funny. Look at the chat. The book is mine. The book was for me. He was just giving me a copy because he thought it would be a useful idea. I'm actually such a moron. Well, seeing as we've made an absolute idiot of ourselves, but Yellow is still online, I have a little idea. A long time ago on this world, before this series was even a thing, Yellow pulled a fantastic prank on me, which has forever been known as the KELP bomb. He literally filled up his entire inventory with dried kelp and then instigated a fight with me, which then meant that my inventory was filled up with dried kelp after I killed him. So I think it's about time we tried to get him back. Okay guys, I am at the gold farm, and as you can see just there, you can just see in the distance his name tag. So I'm sort of crouching in the hope he can't see my name tag. And then, of course, once we've done that, we're then going to fly away. Very, very quickly. Fly away. Oh. There we go. There's my face. Sheep. Bah. A bit further around the wall. I think he's the other side of this wall. Oh no, 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 the zombies, no, 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 stop, stop zombies, stop. More than a bit further around the wall. We literally just trying to stalk him down. Where are you? Dun, 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 dun. This is brilliant. Okay. We need to get over here. Okay. Okay, that's worked. We've managed to get up over the wall. The question is, where is he now? Oh, he's still at the bottom. Oh, I've got a great idea. I've got a great idea. I know exactly what we can do. We can just throw the kelp down the ladder. Wait, has he not noticed? Come on, man. Surely you've got to notice. Oh, this will be such a shame. We've got to get... Shall I go down? Should I go down the ladder? Oh, no, he's moving again. He is moving again. Oh, we've got to get him somehow. But how are we going to do it? Oh, 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 oh. Oh. Yes! Yes, he's there! He's... Get him! Get him! I can't believe it's actually worked. This is brilliant. This is brilliant. Now, quick, 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 quick. We've got to fly away. We've got to fly away. We've got to fly. No, fly. 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 Of course, it's only when you really need to make a speedy getaway that you find out you can't fly. I did get away in the end, though, although he did turn around and tell me that his inventory was already full, so the kelp bomb didn't really work, but it was still absolutely worth it. Anyway, I can't seriously believe we're this far into an episode, and we still haven't started building anything yet, so let's get on with it. Hello! You're probably wondering why I'm surrounded by a ton of bees. Hello, bees. Zzz, follow me. You must follow me. I am the leader of the bees. Basically, the real reason that we are here and why I'm surrounded by a bunch of bees is because you might remember earlier I said one of the blocks I didn't have a way of sort of obtaining, and I didn't really have many of in my redstone boxes, was honey. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try, hopefully if it works out, and do a third person time lapse of me creating and putting in place all of the beehives and cutting down some of these trees. So I shall catch you in a sec. You probably guessed it, folks, but it's time for a time-lapse chit-chat, and I just wanted to start off with mentioning that it looks like I've sussed out how to do the third-person time-lapse thing, but let me tell you, it wasn't simple. I had to set up a second account on the server with exclusive rights to ensure I could fly around and record, but ensure the world was still in survival mode. Then I had to log on with that account to Minecraft on my PC, as it's the only device with high enough specs to record at high enough quality, and while that's recording, then had to play the game from my actual account on my laptop. But that's not even the worst bit. When it comes to editing and speeding up the footage, my poor PC was literally crying. Seriously, the amount of noise and heat being thrown out the back of when it was compiling was insane. There's also an awful lot of guesswork involved because the preview of the video at the time-lapse speed is frozen at worst or choppy at best, so you just sort of have to trust that it's going to come out okay. But I'm pretty pleased with the result and I think it's been worth it. I would love to know your thoughts, so please do let me know what you think in the comments section. I'll try not to bore you with all the exact details, but technically speaking I've learned a lot about this episode, about recording and resolutions and frame rates, specifically in regards to what should work better for YouTube. So I'm hoping with some adjustments and maybe some small investments in some upgrades that these will get easier to record in future. Anyway, with all the trees now cleared out and time getting on, we're actually going to jump straight into another time lapse of me working on the bee sanctuary. Hello! I've done a little bit more work off camera and I am ready for the big reveal of the bee sanctuary. Not the most amazing build in the world, but hopefully it'll do for now in regards to containing bees and providing us with glorious honey. So, without further ado... Hey! Look at that! Pretty cool, hey? Not only have we got an amazing, cool looking sort of honey bee sanctuary doobrey, but all of that work we did earlier in the first part of that time lapse with the trees, look how much wood and stuff we have. I think it's pretty clear to see from this picture behind me that I have got completely distracted this episode from what I was actually planning out on doing, which was turning the squid platform into a big dye station. Now, instead, I've built a bee sanctuary. Now don't go wrong, I'm very happy with my bee sanctuary, but this was not what we intended. Well, as much as I keep saying we need to stop getting distracted and actually do what we're meant to be doing for this episode, I just had a message from Yellow who said that I should go and check out my shop in our shopping district in the nether, and that also he's built a post office there, or a mail room there, so I figured we should go and check that out first. So we'll open up the box. Oh my god, we've sold out. We've completely sold out. That's amazing. Okay. Apparently we are gonna need some more rockets for the shop. We just made 21 diamonds. How good is that? We literally just made 21 diamonds. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh my lord. Oh god. That is not the way to be confronted after making 21 diamonds. Please, not while I'm holding them. Whew. So that's the shop visited. Time to head to the mailroom. And we've got mail. By the look of this little lamp, we have mail. Get us. Check us out. We've got mail. Okay, right. Let's have a look. Let's firstly move these diamonds out of here so we can pick up in our hotbar. Okay, we've got a book. A book. Okay, let's have a look. That's amazing! He set up a game of noughts and crosses. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's actually excellent. So now I can only assume that that is from yellow, so we can put that back into the yellow. And there you go. Now he's got mail. There you have it. That's the new mail room. How good is that? Massive shout out and thanks to Yellow for setting this up, dude. This looks absolutely awesome. What you're about to see next is completely unexpected and was never really going to make the video, but it also seems too cool to miss out. So here goes. So I have no idea what just happened, but I was walking in this general direction. I saw a giant light shine out of the sky, and now there's 4 skeletons on zombie horses. Going over this way to see how the wheat was growing next to Luke's, and 4 more of them appeared. So, minor update for you. I now own an army of skeleton horses. Pretty cool. Anyway, I just had a chat with Yellow, and he suggested I should go back to my shop in the nether because he thinks I've missed something. So, there's nothing inside the shop. I know we can't go above the roof unless he's dug out above that, but I sincerely... Well, I mean, maybe he has, but I doubt it. So we come... Oh, okay, here we go. Yep, round the back. You have permission to use the golden temple. It's okay. Thanks for asking. Even if it was after you slaughtered hundreds of my children in cold blood by forcing them in a hole. Well, it's good to know that he found our super obvious sign and has replied with an even more obvious sign. Well, I think it's fair to say that distracted is kind of an understatement. We are well into this episode and we haven't even started looking at more dye farms yet. So enough is enough. Let's get cracking and we're going to take a look at this cocoa bean farm. Now, as you can see, I am in a creative testing world. This is not my survival world and I have been playing around with trying to create a cocoa bean farm. Now, to clarify, there's only really a couple of things that you actually have to know about cocoa bean farming, which makes it incredibly simple and hopefully going to fit into the end of this episode just fine. So the first thing you need to know is there's no way to automatically place cocoa beans on the logs. You can't do it with villagers and you can't AFK and stand in the same place because they need time to grow. And that brings me on to the second point, which is there's no way to sort of zero tick update these to get them to grow any faster. You do just have to wait. So it really isn't a farm as such in terms of like an automatic farm. It's more like an automatic harvester. So we put the logs in an arrangement to maximize the number of spaces. And then basically what happens is that once they grow, there are 2 buttons, one either side. So as you can see, there's a gap at each end, and all it will do is that when we push this button down here, it will push all of the wood along by one, and all of the cocoa beans will drop. So it really is a super simple thing. If it looks a bit more complicated, just to take you through some of the edges. So the button is basically into a redstone line, and this here is just a redstone staircase. They always look far more marvelous than they actually are. So all you'll see is that each sort of iron block in this little staircase powers the top of a pair of pistons. Bear in mind that if you power the top of a pair of pistons, it also powers the bottom piston as well. So you only have to power technically half of the stack. And then the glass is literally just a little redstone staircase using the transparent block so that it can travel through and then up the side, whereas if you use solid blocks it can't. Down here in the middle is obviously just a wart collection. You've got the sort of a set of hoppers, and the flow just pushes them towards the center with a chest in the middle. So if you see there, we've got 2.5 stacks. And if we come over here, we push this button, you'll see they all drop. And they run along the water stream into that, which should then push them into this chest. A couple of things I've added to this farm that are sort of non-essential but useful. I've put a staircase here. So if you're in survival, so you see I can turn off the flying for a minute. From this height and this distance, I can reach easily every single one of these blocks. Because I could have made this a ton taller and sort of kept going up. Now, I can't make it any wider because a piston physically can only push 12 blocks. So there is 12 blocks along for each row of wood. And the only other thing that I've sort of put onto here is this sort of like roof thing that we've got on here. Like this glass roof. And that glass roof basically is just purely so that when the pistons fires and the drops jump off, that they don't fly so far as to then land on here. And that should cover just about everything. So let's get straight into a time lapse of us building this in our survival world. build is done, and as you can see, I have added a bit of decoration. Granted, it's not the most groundbreaking thing, it's mostly sort of oak logs with oak planks and various other forms of oak, but I think it looks pretty tidy. Without further ado, let's hit the button and try it out, shall we? Well, that's embarrassing. That is very embarrassing. Okay, turns out it should have been a super quick fix. We just had a solid block that was blocking off some redstone rather than the transparent block in the little pathway that goes behind. So if we try this now... Look at that! That was amazing! The cocoa bean farm, done. And sadly, folks, with the farm now done, that is everything from me for today's episode. It's been pretty fab. We've done an awful lot. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please do leave a like or consider subscribing. And remember, your feedback is always welcome down in the comments section. See you later, guys!